what I wish I knew before I started a homestead off-grid is to learn about lithium batteries and the actual setup of them. When I first started doing this, they didn't have lithium setups. It used to be lead acid. And in my opinion, lead acid is a lot more forgiving than lithium setups. When I set this up, I was very confused and it was a lot more finicky. But after a while, I finally got the hang of it and learned how to actually run my very simple, easy lithium setup. Another thing I wish I knew about when I first started homesteading was swales, because we live in like semi-arid and the soil's so like talcum powder, like bull dust. It's kind of like Milo. When you get a teaspoon of Milo and you submerge it in milk and then you pour the spoon back up with the Milo on it, the Milo's dry. And this is the type of soil that I have. This is why I wanted to build a swale, so when the water runs off into here, it will hold and kind of disperse the water through the ground. And the way how I did it and how a lot of people do it in like permaculture is like an A-frame. And you can have a string line to find your dead level, or you can just put a little tiny leveler on there, on this part, to find dead level. But yeah, you just kind of mark out with the A-frame along your ground to find where there's a dead level path. Then dig down and put all your topsoil up on here, and you got to get the actual pathway dead level as well. It's not quite hard. There's tons of videos how to do it. Another thing I wish I knew was about my greenhouse. See, we'll get -6 weather and it was still getting everything cold. So the tomatoes and basil and marigolds were still getting kind of a light frost on them, because they weren't getting frosted, it was just the plant was actually freezing. So they're very sensitive to actual cold climates. They don't like it. That's why the drum's in here. I had 2 in here to see how well it will work, full of water, what's 400 liters. And because this is a 3 by 6 by 2 meter high, the actual drums were working like a hot water bottle. So they're getting warm in the greenhouse through the day, and theoretically at night they're dispersing that heat. So by the time the water actually got cold enough, it was already sunny and the water was getting warm. I wish I knew this. I don't know how well this will work over time, but everything seems to be growing wonderful and nothing has actually been looking dead. Everything's looking very vibrant and green.